In elementary school, you learn that Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president, that he led our country through the Civil War, and that he was assassinated before finishing his presidency. You may have even learned that John Wilkes Booth was the man who assassinated him, or that he was watching a show at Ford's Theater when he was killed. But did you know that Booth and other Southerners had many plans to kidnap Lincoln before that fateful night? On March 17, 1865, Booth and his henchmen planned like highway robbers to ambush Lincoln's carriage at gunpoint on a deserted road as he rode home to the executive mansion. They would make Lincoln their hostage. Booth's information was incorrect, however, and Lincoln did not arrive as expected. Instead, unbelievably, while Booth and his gang lay in wait on the road on the outskirts of town, Lincoln was giving a speech at Booth's own hotel, the National. If only the kidnapping plot had worked, there would have been no torchlight parades, no crowd serenading Lincoln at the executive mansion, no little children scampering the streets with little paper flags of red, white, and blue, stars and stripes. Did you know that the plan for John Wilkes Booth to assassinate Lincoln was made in less than a day? Booth heard the big news. In just 8 hours, the man who was the subject of all of his hatred and plotting would stand on the very stone step where he sat now. Here, of all places, Lincoln was coming here. Booth knew the layout of Ford's intimately, the exact spot on 10th Street where Lincoln would step out of his carriage, the box inside the theater where the president sat when he came to a performance, the route Lincoln would walk, and the staircase he would climb to get to his box. The dark underground passageway beneath the stage. He knew the narrow hallway behind the stage where a back door opened to an alley, and he knew how the president's box hung directly above the stage. Though Booth had never acted in Our American Cousin, he knew it well, its length, its scenes, its players, and most important, the number of actors on stage at any given moment during the performance. It was perfect. He would not have to hunt Lincoln. The president was coming to him. He had only 8 hours to prepare. Did you know that not only was Lincoln planned to be assassinated on that fateful night, there were 2 other assassinations planned. None of Booth's conspirators knew it, but Booth had already implicated all of them. He had entrusted a sealed envelope to a friend and a fellow actor who was to see that the letter it contained was published in tomorrow's newspapers. In that letter, not only did Booth justify the triple assassination, but he signed his henchmen's names on the document as well, sealing their fate. And did you know that after this assassination, Booth eluded authorities for 12 days before finally being caught? When John Wilkes Booth planned the assassination and his escape, he did not prepare for an extended campout under the stars. He focused on the need for speed, not camping in the forest of Maryland for days, covering like a wounded animal, fearful that every noise meant the hunters were about to seize him. Chasing Lincoln's Killer outlines these events and more. It uses first-hand accounts, photographs, newspapers, and maps to make you feel as if you were there and reliving the steps before and after Lincoln's assassination, seeing what Booth saw as he went through those 12 days. There's an interesting side note to this story. It is on the author. What compelled James Swanson to write a story detailing the last days of Lincoln's life and the manhunt for his assassin? Well, James Swanson was born on February 12th, Abraham Lincoln's birthday. On his 10th birthday, he received an engraving of the gun used to assassinate Lincoln and a copy of a newspaper article detailing the assassination. However, the end of the article was cut off to fit it into the frame. James Swanson wanted to finish the story. The end result? Chasing Lincoln's Killer. Now you can enjoy this book in our library in the print version. You can also enjoy it in the ebook version. Whether you read the print version or the ebook version, The story is the same. But with the ebook, you have e-tools at your disposal. You can make the font larger or smaller, change the number of columns, or have the passages read aloud to you. The best feature of the ebook version is the clarity of the photographs and newspaper articles. Regardless of the version of the book that you choose, read Chasing Lincoln's Killer today.